Devin says the spend on newer servers is insane. Absolutely. And we can actually see some data on that, which is actually going to be kind of fun. Let's check this out. Let's go find a newer server, right? Let's go to EU and let's find like what's the newest server, right? The 400s. Let's go to 405. This is a brand new server. I don't know how long this server's been out. 405 hasn't been out too long, I can't think. But it's got a whole bunch of players who are already in the high 20s and 30s, and what's this? 2, 3, 4, 7 players who are Ops 39 and are Ops locked already. They've already hit the wall. I wish it had like activity dates. Like I would like to know when this server went online. Like that would be a cool thing to have. Is there a way to find out? Do any of you guys know? Is there a way to find like when a server went active or was added somewhere on Discord or? Because I think that'd be a cool thing to know. And even if we go look at like when's the most recent US server, right? What do we got? 7-11. It's got to be fairly new, right? But again, we've already got a handful of players that are approaching 39 or already 39. So how fast did you get to 39? Weeks? Days? And what does it cost to get there? I don't know what it costs these days. But if you're talking about, again, I remember when I joined server 92, I think when Rev was doing his sponsored stream 2 years ago to get his kids some Christmas gifts, and I made a third account, and I was server 92 at the time. And the server was only a few weeks. It was 3 weeks old when I created the account, and there were already players level 39 who had like tier 7, tier 8 jellyfish that they were flying around in. And I was like, I can't imagine what that cost. Not only to get that far, then to acquire the jellyfish, and then to actually buy the upgrade packs to upgrade it all the way to like tier 7 or tier 8. But yeah, the spending is there. And this is where they're making their money these days, is off of the people doing this. And these guys are going to be stuck now. They've raced all the way to 39. They're going to be stuck sitting there for 3, 4, 5 months until enough of these people catch up. Or they're going to get bored and quit and move on to something else. But yeah, they're going to be bored for the next 3 months because all the new content that comes out is Ops 40 plus. And they can't upgrade anything else. So they're just going to sit there, doing Jelly Brawl events, upgrading their jellyfish, working on their forbidden tech. I guess. It's kind of a weird situation to be in, but I also wonder how many new players don't know about that cap, right? How many players join an account on a new server, start playing, start buying, start grinding, get themselves all the way up to like 39 and hit that wall and then realize, oh, how do I get an ascension key? And it's like, oh yeah, Scopely doesn't put those into the game for like 4 to 6 months on new servers. So you're stuck at 39. And they're like, wait, what? What am I going to do for the next 4 months while I'm waiting for this ascension key? That'd be a good question to ask. Hey, people on a new server, did you know that you're capped at Ops 39 for like the next until like February? They probably don't. Seems like it takes forever. I mean, it's based on how quickly the rest of the server grows. So you have to have like X number of players who are 38 or 39 before they will move the cap. And if it's a very active server and people are really pushing and people are spending and you get like 40 or 50 players who all get there, in the first 2 or 3 months, they might move it up. If it's a slower growing server and you've got 10 or 20 guys who spent and got there and everybody else is like 28, like the server we were just looking at, and it takes them another 3 or 4 months to get the rest of the way, well, then it might be 6 or 7 months before that server gets its ascension. There you go. That's my new mission. I'm just going to log into Twitch every day and go look for sponsored streams, and I'm just going to pop in and be like, hey, just a heads up, if you're on a new server, you can't go above Ops 39 for, on average 4 to 6 months. So don't race to get there right away, because otherwise you're just going to be bored. I'm just going to wave that cautionary flag. Be like the guy standing on the side of the highway holding up the sign. It's like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want that thankless job. Hey, on the plus side, I finished my Klingon rep Wednesday morning. So Klingon is now locked. 15 billion down. On to feds. We're at 60 million already. We're a day and a half in. Oh, thanks, Firefly. Timmy says it's like the G6 universe. I think the uptake was way slower than they thought. Yes, it definitely took players longer to get to 67, 68, 70 than I'm sure that they were anticipating and expecting. I think they thought people were just going to move up as quickly as they had going from 50 to 60. But because of the way they completely redesigned all the resources and made it very exclusively cash based, a lot of those players were just like, no, you want me to drop 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand to move all the way to 70, this quickly, because you totally reinvented the whole economy. It's like, nope, not going to do it. Some people did. Or some people may not have spent all that. They might have, they spaced it out. Instead of doing it all, in the first, 2 months, they spaced it out over 6 months. I don't know when Istio or any of the others got 270 the first time around. So, but yeah, they have very lofty expectations, and we have very different expectations as players, and those two opinions very rarely intersect.